What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Follow Man Reacts. Welcome back to March Madness. Getting into the band Dyscarnate and the album With All Their Might. Now, I actually shot a video for this record earlier today. However, my noise gate was shutting down and killing a lot of my mic audio. So, it means I get to listen to this monster one more time straight through. It is going to be beating on the neck. Man, what a record. Dyscarnate are a new school death metal band, three-piece. I truly hope you enjoy them. My buddy Mick turned me on to these guys in November, and they're just insane. Just sheer ass-kicking. So, truly hope you enjoy this with me. Looking forward to getting back into it and getting the video up for you. The band is Dyscarnate. The album is With All Their Might. The first track is Of Mice and Mountains. And here we go. Commence the beating. Like that faint start to the nastiness. Great cymbal work. Absolutely nasty riffage. Great drum fills. Their drummer is incredibly skilled. Deep, roaring vocals. One of the things that really stands out is their lyrics are incredibly well written and intelligently written. Love that galloping riff with the bend there to punctuate it. Oh yeah, dual vocals. I love this vocal rhythm. Great vocals. A little bit of compression there. Really strong vocals. Love this drop out. Nice shift. I like how they shift with these open chord structures back into it. Love the way that snare hit's changing the riff. The way it feels. I like that ringing chords there. It's a really cool touch. It helps temper the beating just a little bit. Really love their vocal interplay. It's the guitar player and the bass player together. Track is so strong, so heavy. Love that riff shift. I love how audible the bass is throughout this entire record. deep bellow there. Alright, that was Of Mice and Mountains. The next track is This Is Fire. Get a little bit of familiarity in this riff. Started it out. Great drum work. Strong grooves. Love the way this riff is choppy and almost polyrhythmic. Love this vocal delivery. Such a great vocal pattern. Love the way that shifted, the cymbal work going back there. Really clear. This feels like a concept record, but I'm not sure if it is a concept record. Such a powerful, venomous vocal delivery from these guys. Like that almost blast beat like feel there. Just a little subtle drum shift. Like that drum hits with the cymbal glitches. This riff shifts in almost into a march. Really like that double bass pattern back there. You guys have watched the channel for a while and you've listened to me talk about bands and music. You know that I really love bands that drive by a drummer. These guys certainly do live and die by their drummer. These walls can weep, you would surely drown. You won't smile so smugly when you're swallowing the ground. If these walls could weep, we'd surely drown. The nail sticking out will be hammered down. Powerful, powerful stuff, man. Love how they're using those open chords here. Those ambient textures. Those vocal effects. Really cool shift. That's some really interesting elements. Textures here. Love how they built their moments too. The only issue I have with this track, honestly, is I feel like it could have ended about a minute faster. They could have cut it out and went straight into the next track. Instead, they just draw it out for about a minute. It's got a cool feel. But if they would have shortened it up a little bit, I think it would have kept the intensity going into the next track. But maybe they wanted to give you a little bit of break from the onslaught. That could be it too. That was This Is Fire. The next track is a favorite of mine. It's the first track I heard from them. It's called Iron Strengthens Iron. And it's a nasty one. The way they build into this. Do a really good job with the way they pick their riffs too. Adding down picking and alternate picking together. Love how they go into that bastard passage there. Back into these wicked dogfighting vocals. It's just so crushing and heavy. It's deceptively simple, and there's a beauty in that. Really like these guitar accents here. I love the clarity in their vocals too. As heavy as they're singing, bellowing, and screaming, you can still really make out the lyrics. Though it doesn't hurt to have the lyrics up, you can't always pick out what they're saying. Love that little shift in that riff. Nice little open chord there. Certainly some of the little things that really enhance these tracks. I love that even though it's a heavy death metal record, you really get a sense of what all the instruments are doing. They have their space to breathe. You can hear them audibly. Really makes heavy stuff like this far more enjoyable to me. Got a very thrash-like feel of this riff. Again, that building of moments, that building of drama. Love that. Restricted by iron, reduced to tears by pain. I throw my hands deep into filth to find myself again. So powerful.
Prepare yourself.
track. That was Iron Strengthens Iron. The next track is Traitors in the Palace. If you were looking for a record that was absolutely going to kick your ass, you found one. I know I certainly have. I like it how it opens slower and a touch more subdued here, coming out of the gate from that nastiness that was Iron Strengthens Iron. Really cool chord choices here. These lyrics feel like stories being told by prophetic warriors or jaded, battle-tested warriors. Love that big scream there. Track really builds. Really like that guitar accent riff that came in. Love this very thrash-like riff here. Track really builds masterfully. Love that break and let it drop out, give you a second to catch your breath, build the mood up a little bit for another spot. Like those shits going on back there. Really cool touch. Back into that cool accent riff. Just adds another really awesome texture to this. Alright, the next track is To End All Flesh Before Me. Opens up with this disgustingly nasty riff. Really incredible picking here. Love the vocal interplay here. love how you got that very choked, palm muted riff here with the lower vocals. Now you've got that same riff, only they let it ring those higher vocals. Such an outstanding, awesome songwriting choice. Killer cymbal work as it shifts. That tight, incredibly tight picking. You needed a record to make you want to improve your rhythm playing and your picking. This might be it. Really love the gang chant there. It really fits. It's almost like the crowd in an arena in some gladiatorial combat. What an ass kicker. Killer drum fills here. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. And the bass stuff the bassist players do it is just awesome. Really got a great feel. With slaps and hammer-ons, complicated stuff you don't always hear in death metal. That was To End All Flesh Before Me. The next track is Backbreaker. Though, is it a neck breaker? Yes it is. Love those slightly off-top snare hits. They really add a cool texture. They craft their riffs so well. It's just incredibly impressive. He's just crushing grooves right here, man. Love that dual vocal there again. Such a simple riff. It is so heavy. Love that riff. Love that cool vocal pattern. Back to this gang vocal. This has got to be so much fun to sing live. These ask and answer passages they work in are awesome. Love that cymbal work. Great crashes. Such a killer mood builder. Listen to that brilliant bass work. So punchy. Oh, yes. The next track is All the Devils Are Here. Get a Metallica-like feel here. Really fast double bass, kind of reminds me in a way of Dyer's Eve. Great open riffing here. Now it goes nasty. Like that sample there. Love the mixing here. Love the way that vocal pattern evolved. God, I love these riffs. Love those dual bellows there. Really, really love these riffs. Such killer way this riff evolves. A lot of cool tremolo picking going on. Gives it almost a black metal feel right there. Really old school death metal in a way. And this vocal pattern is sheer brilliance. This has got to be such a difficult vocal to nail down. Wow! So insanely heavy. So incredibly well written. Coming out with this really cool atmospheric, crushing groove. Man, I'm euphoric, and we've still got a track left. What a record. What an absolutely insane record. Alright, that was All the Devils Are Here. The last and final track is one I have done before. It's Nothing Seems Right. Now that I know it's the last track on the record, it makes that much more sense. Love how it opens you up slow and it builds. This is just an absolute monster of a record. It's just so heavy, and it barely lets up. You almost get some Iron Maiden in these riffs. It's really cool, clean passages here. And I love it because you really didn't get this on the rest of the record. Really like this riff. Great cymbal work. Once again, the drummer shines so incredibly bright. Now it picks up all nasty and heavy. Love this vocal passage and the way how rhythmic it is. like these little drum shifts. Shifted this huge riff. It's so different than the rest of the record. It really stands out. Again, this really killer tremolo picking. Use these lyrics for metaphors. It's so killer. Such a awesome track. I don't even know what else to say at this point. Love that guitar accent. The guitar accents are so sparsely used throughout this record that when they really are used, they have so much impact. They hit so much harder. Really like that somber, droning guitar line there. They say a few good men is all the world needs, but they're drowning in a hole which does nothing but bleed. I've got one chance to pull it back from the brink, but my boat is full of water and I'm starting to sink. This horse is lame, it falls over waves, it's pale and it's breathless, but works like a slave. My raft in tatters, it's sure to capsize. My knuckles are white from holding on the sides. The keeper stokes the fires, the beacon at the top of a tower that drives us all onto the rocks. I thought water would be quiet, and I was right. They warned me of the lighthouse, but it shines so bright. Phenomenal, incredibly well-written lyrics throughout this entire record. Wow! Holy chrome, what an absolute ass kicker. Absolute barn burner of a record. Sheer beating from start to finish. That was Dyscarnate with all their might in its entirety. These guys are a three-piece. I cannot emphasize that enough. They are a three-piece band. Guitar player, bass player, and a drummer. Both the bass player and the guitar player trade off vocals. It's so incredibly well written, brilliantly lyrics, absolutely phenomenal builds in the compositions. These tracks build you up, and then they just continue to hammer you and hammer you and hammer you. with well-written, nasty, crushing riffs of varying speeds, great grooves, great, really fast parts, phenomenal musicianship throughout the entire record. The guitar player is one of the best rhythm players I have heard in quite some time. Absolute master of his craft. The bassist is phenomenal. So awesome to hear that type of bass work throughout the entire record, and the fact that it's mixed so well that you can hear it. It's audible. You can make out a lot of what he's doing. Absolutely well engineered, mixed, and mastered. The drums drive this whole record from start to finish. They punctuate, they add emphasis, they drive and lead all these changes and shifts and crazy tempos and different things that they're doing. So many of these tracks sound simple, but it's just that deceptive complexity throughout the record. I wish I could tell you, without sounding cliched, that I love it, that my favorite track is every track. I wish I could sit there and pick out all the stuff that I love, and it's like asking you to choose between your kids. Because all these tracks are so good and they're so strong. But if I had to truly sit down and pick out the tracks that I love to death, Love of Mice and Mountains, Iron Strengthens Iron, To End All Flesh Before Me, Backbreaker, All the Devils Are Here and Nothing Seems Right really stand out the most. Not to say the Traitors in the Palace and This Is Fire are not as good, and they don't catch me because they all do. But if I had to pick out the tracks that hit me the hardest, it's those 6 out of 8. That said, I absolutely love the entire record. And I've got to admit, it's not always easy for me to sit down and listen to a death metal record in its entirety. Sometimes I get bored. Sometimes I can't connect with it. Certain bands with lyrics that I can't grasp onto and I can't identify with, it can be difficult for me to listen to in a sitting, and it becomes a chore and not a labor of love, and not just an enjoyable experience. I love this record from start to finish. It grabs me as a listener on an emotional level, and the power of the lyrics, the incredibly well written lyrics, just the sheer ferocity of the musicianship and the vocal delivery. It's actually sad in a way for this record to end. I did a reaction for this earlier today, and unfortunately my vocal audio was fading in and out because my noise gate was set up too high. So I had to do it again. And it sounds just as good. And I was able to pick up a little bit more here and there and comment on it. But it was just as enjoyable. Bet my neck is going to be a little more sore. Because, like bands like Gojira, I can't listen to this stuff and not headbang. It's just, it's like there's somebody holding a gun to my head saying you must headbang or die. You know? But I can't not headbang. It's so heavy and it just makes me want to move. Mick, my brother, I'm so thankful that you turned me on to these guys so many months ago. I bought a copy of the album in November, believe it or not. I have not listened to it until now. So finally, I can take advantage of just how incredible this record is. If I use it in the gym, use it in so many different places, use it for motivation. Man, this is a record I wish I had when I deployed. Because this would have been, I need to get nasty music, or I'm going outside the wire music. It just, motivation to say the least. Absolutely loved it. Would have made my top three to top five of 2017. It's just that good and truly one of the best, most accessible death metal records I have heard in a long time. And that's saying something. I don't always agree that death metal can be accessible, but this to me hits me with immediacy. It's there. It's easy to get into, but there's so much going on, and it's not always obvious that you kind of have to do some more listens just to figure it all out. Phenomenal record. Absolutely phenomenal record. One of the best records I have heard on the channel, bar none. And not bar none, but one of the best records I have heard on the channel. It absolutely sits up there. Absolutely incredible. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know not a whole lot of you will watch this one because it's not J-metal and it's on the heavier side. But this is absolutely stuff I love. And I gotta cater to myself and cater to all of the incredibly awesome extreme metal fans I have on the channel as well. But if you didn't, sorry, you're missing out. Ignorance is bliss. These guys are highly underrated. I hope more of you support them. I'll put a link to their social media stuff down below. Please go say hi. Please tell them Bald Man sent you. And you enjoyed the hell out of this. Thank you all so much for the continued support. We're continuing to grow at a pretty incredible rate, and I'm really blown away by it. I love you. Thank you for bearing with me with all the allergy stuff going on. I've been able to get 2 full reactions today, and it makes me happy. I'll double up to catch up. So, I love you guys. I appreciate you, truly, and I enjoy doing this for you every day. Thank you to my law enforcement, military, veterans, and first responders for what you do every single day. I love and I appreciate you. Hope everyone, regardless of what you do in life, is doing well wherever you happen to be in or around the globe. Thank you so much for all the support. I do have a Patreon page if you feel like showing me some love. And I'm going to definitely got some perks if you decide to subscribe to Patreon. So, if you do, I got some stuff for you. Thank you all so much. You have been awesome. I have been Bald Man. I will see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other and keep it back.